Okay, so what if you could tap into your most confident, your most joyful, your most powerful moments, literally on demand? Today, we're going to break down a psychological technique that does exactly that. And it does it by using your own memories to physically, actually, change your brain. It all comes down to one fascinating and honestly kind of wild fact about how our minds work.
So let's just start with the big question right out of the gate. Can a simple memory, just a thought, physically alter the chemistry and the structure of your brain? Well, according to neuroscience, the answer is a huge, resounding yes. And understanding how it does that, well, that's the key to this whole thing.
So how do we know this for sure? Neuroscientists ran this incredible experiment. They put someone's hand near a source of heat, to create that feeling of being burned, and they scanned their brain. Then, they asked that same person to just vividly remember that sensation. And the results? Whoa. The brain scans were identical. To your brain, the memory of being burned is completely indistinguishable from the real event. This means our memories aren't just little movies we watch in our heads. No, they are active biological events that our body experiences as if they are happening right now. That's the power we're going to learn how to tap into.
But, a power this big, it's got a dark side. Before we get to all the positive stuff, we have to look at this technique's troubled history. There was a time when, looking back, when using memory regression was actually dangerous and could leave people worse off than when they started. So way back in the 1930s and 40s, this early form of therapy called hypnoanalysis was a thing, but its goal was purely diagnostic. The therapist wasn't there to heal you, they were basically a detective. Their only job was to find the root cause of your problem by making you relive a past trauma. So what did a session actually look like? Well, as you can see here, a therapist would hypnotize someone and take them right back to the origin of their issue. They would have to relive some horrible, traumatic event in vivid detail. And then, poof, the therapist would just bring them out of the trance. That was it. Session over. No conversation, no healing, no follow-up, nothing. And this quote, wow, it just says it all, doesn't it? The attitude was basically, there, we found it. That's why you're stuffed up. My job here is done. See you later. It's no wonder this approach gave regression therapy a terrible, terrible reputation. It was literally making people feel worse. And the danger here was so real. Because remember what we established at the start, your brain doesn't know the difference between a memory and reality. So when these people were forced to relive their trauma, their bodies thought it was happening all over again, right then and there. It triggered the exact same fight or flight stress response, re-traumatizing them and burning that painful memory even deeper into their minds. But then, thankfully, some therapists had a game-changing thought. What if this incredible power could be flipped on its head? I mean, if reliving a negative memory is so destructive, what if reliving a positive one could be just as constructive? And that was the big pivot, the shift from finding problems to amplifying strengths.
And you can really see the difference side by side here. It is just night and day. The old way's goal was to find a problem. The new way? To access a resource, a strength you already have. The focus moved from trauma to empowering memories. And the outcome went from a huge risk of re-traumatization to actually strengthening the good stuff, the positive neural pathways.
This new approach is called positive regression. It uses that exact same principle we talked about, that the brain experiences memory as reality, but it flips it for a good healing purpose. It's all about finding these powerful positive memories and just turning up the volume on them, making feelings like confidence or calm or happiness way more accessible whenever you need them.
Okay, so how does this actually work, right? How can a memory of some success you had years ago genuinely help you nail a presentation tomorrow? Well, it all comes down to a really simple, structured process for rewiring your brain.
And the applications for this are so practical. I mean, this is real-world stuff. Therapists use it to help people build confidence for job interviews or public speaking, to help athletes get in the zone, or even just to reinforce your motivation if you're trying to lose weight. In every single case, it's about accessing a feeling you've already had and bringing it into a future challenge.
The process itself breaks down into 4 really clear steps. First, you target a feeling. You decide, okay, I want more confidence. Second, you access the memory. You find a specific time in your life when you truly, genuinely felt that confidence. Third, and this is the magic right here, you amplify the moment. You make that memory as real as possible. Turn up the sights, the sounds, the feelings. Finally, you project that amped-up feeling into the future, attaching it to a situation where you're going to need it.
And here's the kicker. This isn't just some mental trick. Every time you do this, every time you fire up these positive memories, you are physically strengthening the neural pathways tied to them. It's like going to the gym for your brain. The more you work out that confidence muscle, the easier and more automatic it becomes to feel confident every day.
And this all leads us to maybe the most empowering idea in this entire explainer. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about our own emotions. It's this realization that the feelings we're chasing, they aren't out there somewhere.
The core idea is this simple quote: "Feelings don't come from the outside world, they come from inside of us." An event happens, sure, but it's our brain that manufactures the feeling of joy or love or confidence in response to it. We are the creators of our own emotions. So what does that really mean? It means that if you want to feel more confident or more calm or happier, you don't have to wait for the world to give you something. It's an inside job. All those resources, all those feelings, they are already in you, stored away as memories. You just need to learn how to access them.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you could tap into any positive feeling from your entire life and pull it into your present, what powerful memory could you access right now?